Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. I am Tiffany Almeida. I am Pretty in Paper Crafts, and I'm bringing you some pretty adorable projects today using the Perennial Lavender Suite. You guys, I'm slow to the mad dash that everybody had to the Lavender Suite. I used it for my retreat, and I thought, oh, everybody's going to overkill this set, and um it'll be boring. Everybody will have seen it, but then the more that I used it, the more I loved it, and the things I can't stop creating with it. And so I thought, okay, let's I finally stopped resisting. Hi everybody. Hi Adrian. Hi Terry. So it's funny, I'm purple's not my favorite color. I'm not really drawn to flower sets, but you can't help but be drawn to the Perennial Lavender Suite. So I'm excited to show that to you today. I also have a prize to give away. I have a package of embellishments from the suite to give away in a drawing. So make sure you comment with hashtag Perennial Lavender. How to spell it? It's right at the bottom of my screen. It's just scrolling through. So hashtag Perennial Lavender will get you entered into the drawing. Make sure that you have gone to, let me get the banner out here, StreamYard.com/Facebook, and given permission to StreamYard for them to see your name so that you can be entered into the drawing. Otherwise, you cannot. Hi, Anita. Hi, Karen. Thank you for sharing, Karen. I really appreciate you. Hi, Linda from the Blue Bonnets. Oh, blue bonnets. Those are pretty. Those are like a pretty kind of like soft blue, almost purple color sometimes. Nice. I'm so glad. We don't have anything blooming yet here. Nothing. It's just been too cold. My husband said it was 29 degrees this morning. I'm pretty sure we still have frost. It's not as bad as the snow that's being dumped all around us, but it's been pretty cold. Hi, everybody. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Terry. Thanks for entering the drawing. Good morning, Amanda. Somebody's going to the dentist tomorrow. Oh, that's no fun. I'm so sorry. I hate the dentist. Ugh. I have to go in a week to get a permanent crown. I have a temporary crown in right now, so I have to go back for a permanent crown. I just had a root canal. Like, the dentist is just a triggering word for me. Hi, Jan. I know. Hello, ladies. Greetings from the Northeast Ohio. Wow, nice. Thanks for sharing. It's been snowing where you're at, Amanda. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's crazy. We never get, like, we hardly get any snow. It snows all around us, and then it like misses us. And my husband has a new theory because we have the nuclear power plant in Richland. He thinks that like we're so contaminated with nuclear reactive material that literally the clouds and everything like goes around us. I was like, I don't think that's how that works, but good theory. We don't get any snow here. We're in a basin. All we get is wind. We get a crap ton of wind. Anyways, enough about the icky weather. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to remove this StreamYard banner so that you can see that, but I'm going to leave the hashtag Perennial Lavender for the giveaway. I'm going to switch views here and show you the beautiful Perennial Lavender Suite. So this is page 23 of the mini catalog. I know you guys have all seen it. You guys all know all about it. It's beautiful. The paper's stunning. The embellishments are gorgeous. If you love purple, this is definitely your suite. The thing I love about this suite is that they've offered two bundles. They offer the painted lavender bundle and the perennial postage bundle. And I needed both because I'm in love with the postage bundle, but I also really, really love the lavender bundle. So we're going to show you both today. As I mentioned, my giveaway for doing the comment hashtag Perennial Lavender, I'm going to be drawing someone to win these beautiful fine shimmer, purple fine shimmer gems, and they are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. We're going to use some today on our projects. But yes, I have an extra package I'm going to be giving away. Like I mentioned, this is being used in my retreat. So I'm going to show you a project that I did for the retreat. So if you don't want a spoiler, I'll like warn you before I show you. But I did do, was it three, no, four projects using the Perennials Lavender Suite. And then I used the Bumblebee set, and I used that for the other four. So there's 8 projects total, and you're going to get a sneak peek of some of those today. The other thing is, Terry Sampson and I have done another album class using the lavender set. And so I'm going to give you a sneak peek to that. We do have a sign up for the class going out today, but this beautiful little mini album, I can tell you the final size on it too here in a second. This is 5 by 6. So 5 by 6, and it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Of course, the paper, you've got pockets, you've got little pockets in between for additional storage. And it's just so many pages of beautiful paper, pockets. Again, there's pockets in between with little postage dies. And it's just gorgeous. This is our latest album class. You're going to really want it. It's going to be great for someone special in your life, or to celebrate spring. And so again, that class is going out today. I will be advertising. It's $40 before shipping for this album class. It will be scheduled for the first weekend in April. So, or it might actually be pushed out to the second week in April weekend. But it's all recorded, and you get a copy of the recorded video of the instructions, and then you also get a PDF tutorial as well with pictures. So that class, again, I'm going to be posting that sign up today. All right, so let's talk about the suite, and then we'll get into it. So we have these 2 bundles. We have Painted Lavender that has all these wonderful lavender stamps and dies. Some of the dies cut out the images, and then we have some standalone dies that cut out flowers and leaves and butterflies, and it's just an amazing set, you guys. I love this one. And then we have Perennial Postage, which has all of the sentiments. But dun, 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 the showstopper is definitely the dies. I love these postage dies. I'm sure you're seeing them all over Facebook and Pinterest and YouTube. I can't stop using them. I don't think anybody else can stop using them. They become a staple. I use them in almost everything. And this is why this bundle right here is a must, absolute must. And I don't want them to get rid of this bundle because my heart would break. I love it. So let me show you just 3 projects using these dies and both bundles. And I've got so many more that I just can't stop. And I thought this is a great way to use up scraps, because I have so many little pieces of designer series paper that aren't big enough for, card uh layers and things like that. But if you've got scraps, you can cut out those postage dies and make some really beautiful backgrounds just by layering them. So this is one of the cards I designed using just those dies. I mean, look at that. You've just die cut a bunch of those labels and you're done. um, and then this one I fell in love with. I found this one on Pinterest. I wrote her name down. Emma Goddard is the one I cased for this. I love how she took the dies, the postage dies, and created a picture, and then just kind of pieced it together. And I think it's so cool to have this kind of pattern when you put the 2 postage dies together. You get this kind of cool, like, tearaway look almost. So, and of course it's purple, so it's gorgeous. And then last but not least, I have this wow card, because this paper is stunning and I had to do one. So I did this, what's called a pretty pleated. So I've scoured the internet, And Sue Stampfield is the one that I think originated this. Maybe not. Maybe if I searched harder and longer, I could have found where she got it. But I didn't want to purchase her tutorial because I was like, how does she do this? I didn't want to purchase it. So I just cut it and kind of figured it out. So yeah, it has this really cool like accordion center. You can put labels on the pieces to kind of pop them out. There's a couple ways you can do it. But this is just a great way to display that beautiful DSP in such a gorgeous way. And you can get 3 of these out of a full sheet of DSP. So it's 4 by 12. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And yeah, this is just a gorgeous card using that beautiful DSP. And of course, I had to use the postage dies as well. Okay, and then okay, now is the spoiler alert. So if you don't want to see what we're doing at the retreat, close your eyes, avert your eyes right now. I'm going to show you guys one of the projects I designed because I love like 3D and home decor and things like that. So I just cut a bunch of the postage dies and made a spring sampler using the butterflies and just the dies. So I actually just cut out all the different sizes of the postage dies and then put some DSP on them and then arrange them in a way that I liked for my sampler. So you can do something like this. This is the only thing that's stamped is the sentiment. Everything else is just die cut or these beautiful butterflies as accents. Um, so again, like I said, the postage dies are a must. They're just wonderful, and the paper is just stunning, and I just can't stop creating with it. So, oh, one other thing, I am going to Houston for for Stampin' Up conference, and I had all these scraps from projects that I was making. So I turned those scraps into a beautiful layout in the background for my swap. It's not finished, it's not completely designed, but it's going to be using those butterflies and this paper that I put, I just made little patterns with the scraps I had. So be creative with your scraps. Don't let them go to waste. The paper's gorgeous. You want to use every single scrap that you have. So, oh, Linda, yes, let's plan to meet up. Linda, I want to meet you in person. That would love it. Jenny, you've got it. I will save a swap for you. For you, you have to save a swap for me. Yeah, Adrian says just kind of like a quilt, right? It's just kind of patchwork. And it's pretty easy to do, and it's just a great way to display all those beautiful scraps. All right, so let's get into it. We got quite a bit of crafting, stamping, and stuff to do. This paper, you guys, I just can't with this paper. It's so pretty. So the first one we're going to do is that we're just going to go from simple to more complex. Okay, so this one is just like the most simple of the 3. This one, I love the colors. Lost Lagoon with Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and Lost Lagoon basically is the perfect green for these purples. And it's great because I love Lost Lagoon. It's one of my favorites. So I have the pieces I need in here. I already went ahead and die cut some of the pieces so we wouldn't be here all day, but I just cut I cut this label or this die cut out of the Lost Lagoon. And then I cut the little purple Highland Heather label from the second to smallest label. And then we need to cut from our scraps of DSP. So these are my 3 scraps. So I've got all these pretty scraps. I don't want them to go to waste. And I cut them out of this largest rectangle here. It's not the largest, obviously, but it's the 3rd largest, I guess. I just cut them out of these 3 pieces, and I can actually cut them all out at the same time. So I'm just going to do that. And these scraps are just barely perfect. Just right. Okay. So let's do that. We'll die cut those, and then we can die cut our foliage, basically our lavender and our green leaves. And let me tell you, this leaf is my all-time absolute favorite. I love that dye. And um, Evelyn will tell you that I surely, truly do love that dye because she was helping me prep for the retreat and she had to cut so many of them. I thought she was going to hate me forever, but she doesn't. She still loves me. So, yeah, so I just love that. I love that green leaf. Like it's just the perfect foliage for cards and for the lavender. So I'm going to see if I can cut all three at the same time. We'll see. It might be a mistake to do this, but we'll try it. So this is the green leaf I'm talking about. This is the leaf dye. It is the best. I just love it. It's the perfect size. It's just great. And then we've got this one here. We'll cut out 2 sprigs of the lavender and it's just great. You don't have to stamp anything. You just cut it right out of the cardstock or DSP or whatever you're doing. Ooh, drive safe, Jenny. I think you're driving. I don't know. I'm assuming you're driving because if you were flying, you probably wouldn't be able to watch me. Okay, so here are my 3 labels, my leaf, and my flowers. Okay. All right, and I didn't actually, I think I was supposed to do, yeah, I can still do that. All right, so let's go ahead and we can put down some of the things. And this is just so easy, you guys. You know, me and liquid glue, it's got to be fast and easy. Okay, so just put that. Isn't this just like the perfect size for a layout, like a layer on your cards? I just love it. I've seen all these gorgeous cards using these, and it's just layer after layer of beautiful paper. And I just freaking love it. So we're just gonna glue our scraps, our little gorgeous postage scraps onto our card. I'm like, oh, I love this purple. But I also love the plat. I'm so torn. This piece is my favorite piece of DSP. I love the back and I love the front and I can't stop using it. And I'm like, I wish the entire pack was just these 2 pieces. I'm sure we all have that, like with every pack of DSP, we all have that like one piece that we just want to use both sides of. And I hate it. It's so hard. Oops. So we're just gonna poke out our little lavender pieces. These dies have had so much love and use by Evelyn. She's my savior, my absolute savior. Okay, so get these little buggers out. All right, there we go. So that's it for the flowers and the leaves. Okay. And then the rest of it is stamped and embossed. So we are going to stamp and emboss on this little label, and we're going to stamp and emboss on a scrap of Highland Heather for the butterflies. So let me get myself together here. Where's my piercing tool? That's weird. I don't know where I put my piercing tool. So, oh, there it is. I was like, I don't know where this goes. Okay, that's how put together I am. All right, so we've got our embossing powder and we need to get our stamps. So we're going to do the butterflies. These cute little butterflies. I love that there are 2 butterflies together. And then when you die cut both of them out at the same time. Thank you, Stampin' Up, for doing that. Saves me from having to cut out that little tiny itty bitty butterfly individually. So we're going to put this on the label and then the butterflies on the scrap. So let's just pass our embossing buddy there. Use our Versamark ink, that sticky clear ink that we all love. And stamp our label. It's a tight fit, but it does fit on that little label. And then our butterflies. These little babies. Okay. Then let's use our tweezers on this little label. Okay. Let's see. Drive safe, Jenny, and have so much fun. Okay. So there is our label, and we'll heat set that. And then we have our butterfly. Right now, I am working on swaps for on stage. I'm very excited. I am flying. Ooh, that's not good. I am flying into Houston on Wednesday evening, and then I'm staying and I fly home on Sunday. So, and I've got a couple of my team members who are coming. I'm so excited to be there with them. There we go. Okay. So we've got our label. Isn't it's just pretty just like this. Like this just right here like it is would be gorgeous as a card. You know, of course I can't keep things simple, so I've got to add sprigs and butterflies, but this right here makes a beautiful card. That's all it takes. Keep it simple. Don't be like me. Keep it simple. I know I'm a bad example, but um this paper just does it for itself, and it's just a stunner. Where am I staying, Linda? I got an Airbnb. Um, it's a home that is like right across the freeway from the convention center, it looks like from the maps I've seen. So it's just downtown, and it's this gorgeous space. And so me and three of my team members are going to be staying at uh, that Airbnb. We check in on Thursday. So I'm really excited. So I fly in Wednesday because I cannot get flights into Houston early enough on Thursday before the conference starts, because the conference starts at 4. And I was like, and I got flights that were coming in at like 3:30. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that I would make it in time, and it would just be crazy. So I had to fly in Wednesday. So Belinda, my team member, she's been so gracious enough to agree to come, and she lives in Houston, and she's going to go to the airport and pick me up Wednesday and let me spend the night at her home. And then we'll go check into the Airbnb the next day and meet the other gals that are coming in. They're flying in Thursday. And go to the conference. It'll be super fun. All right, so you can see that I gathered my little bunch of lavender and leaves. I put them on a glue dot. Glue dots will just help hold things together. I put one on the back and one in the front where I want them gathered. So they're little clear glue dots. They're the best for ribbon and for little things like this. Okay, so I'm going to take my label and kind of see where I want to put it. And I just want to put my sprig just down back a little bit behind my label, just a tiny bit behind the label. Okay, so I put these on dimensionals, and then I don't know why, but I have to use linen thread with this bundle, like with this set. Every time I make a card, I'm like, it needs a linen thread bow. It must be the crumb cake in the paper or something. I don't know, but it's gorgeous. So I'm just gonna tie myself a little bow here. Where are you staying, Linda? I am going to have so much fun in Texas. I'm so excited. It's exactly like part of me was like, what the heck are you thinking? Because the following weekend I'm going to be at the retreat in the retreat I'm hosting. So it's a lot, but like at the same time, it's going to be an amazing time and it's going to be a wonderful way to recharge and it's just going to be great. Okay, so I'm just kind of tucking my bow to the side of the lavender, just kind of tucked it right under there with the glue dot. And then the last thing we need to do is just add just glue some of these little butterflies down. And I just did 2. You could do as many as your heart, until your heart says stop. I'm just going to change mine up a little bit, put my big butterfly there, my little butterfly over here. It's so pretty. I just love it. And then you could add bling if you wanted bling. It's just gorgeous. So stunning. This would be a great swap too. And I'm thinking like maybe I could make a couple of these for my swaps. Because here's the thing about on stage, you can never have enough swaps. You are always going to run out and wish you had more because there's hundreds and hundreds of people there and they all have gorgeous swaps that you're just like, oh, I need another swap card so I could swap with you. I always run out so fast. It doesn't matter how many I make. I'm probably going to end up making about 100. That's probably about all I can do. I only have a week to do it. Oh, it's so crazy to say that. I'm leaving Houston in a week and I'm just like, whoa. Okay. So this is card number 1. I'm in love. I can't stop with this paper. So pretty. All right, let's go on to this one. Again, I mentioned I had cased Emma Goddard. Oh my gosh, Emma, I love your card. If anybody knows Emma Goddard, tell her that Tiffany's in love and obsessed with her card and copied it and copied it. Oh, the other thing I was going to show you guys, you can make frames out of your dies. You can make frames out of these layering postage dies. Isn't this a cute frame? I was thinking too, like it would even be cute as just like a white pop in the background, like, just, more layers. But I just think that these little frames are so pretty. You could make a shaker card. I was thinking you could do a shaker card, make a frame and uh die cut a bunch of little butterflies and then just have them like flying in the background. Wouldn't that be a cute shaker card? So you have options with these awesome dies. I don't want them to go away. Stampin' Up, listen to me. Don't make them go away. Okay. So now we've got this one, and it's just really super simple. This is one of my favorite pieces of DSP out of that pack. I just love that soft purple with the white lavender. Very, very pretty. So we're gonna just use that as our background. This side's also very pretty. It hurts me to glue down any of the DSP because both sides are always just so gorgeous. So we're going to put this down like this. Okay, the only ink that I used for this one is Highland Heather. Now, I cut out 3 of the labels. The label size is this fourth smallest rectangle, or fourth largest, third smallest. Third smallest rectangle. And I just cut 4 of them out. And I'm going to take my Highland Heather ink and I'm going to stamp. These are scraps I'm going to need to make my little bouquet. But I'm going to stamp the background, the little dies. I'm going to use this little bouquet of flowers here. Oh, I wonder if this is actually supposed to... No, I don't think it lines up. These must just be extra flowers. So we're going to do the bouquet and the butterflies and the sentiment. So the sentiment I used was "You mean the world to me." I love the font on these, on this stamp set. "You mean the world to me" is right here. We also have Happy Mother's Day, which is just perfect because my mom's favorite color is purple and she's going to be getting a Mother's Day card for me. I should probably make this one Happy Mother's Day. Just do that now. So Highland Heather, stamp your sentiment. Gorgeous, nice and light and pretty. Okay, and then we've got this bouquet, our little bouquet of flowers here. Again, Highland Heather, but this time I'm going to stamp it twice. So stamp once and then stamp twice. And you just get this lighter kind of background image there. And then we're going to do butterflies. Ooh, butterflies. So I did butterflies. So if we've got our 4 like this, I did butterflies in this corner like that. And then butterflies here like that. Okay, so that's it. There's my 4 images. And then for the inside of my card, since I have my Highland Heather out, so this is a Mother's Day card. So I'm going to put, "You are loved beyond measure." My Mother's Day card. Aren't these the sweetest sentiments? So there we go. And then I'm also going to stamp some more butterflies. Gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, so that's the inside. All righty. So now we'll put this away. We'll take it back out to stamp the lavender here in a second. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. But let's go ahead and put our postage stamps together. So we're going to do, this is the hardest part, is getting them spaced correctly and making sure that your sides, tops, and bottoms are, oops, this goes here. Isn't this just the prettiest? I love this. It's like making a little windowsill or something. It's so gorgeous. Okay, so I've just kind of dry fit. I always like to kind of dry fit and figure out where I'm going to put things. And then I'm going to take one and get some dimensionals on the back of it. It doesn't need to have dimensionals, but I like having that additional height. Bye, Amanda. Talk to you later. Can't wait to see you in 2 weeks. Hi, Cheryl. Congrats, Cheryl. I heard about your awesome Stampin' Up party that you had. Terry was bragging about you. Cheryl signed up under Terry and she hosted a class, I think at a local craft store, if I remember what Terry said correctly. And she got a whole bunch of sales, which was so exciting. Well done, Miss Cheryl. All right, so I'm just spacing them out and putting them down with dimensionals. Cindy, get your swaps done, girl. I can't wait to see what you created. All right. I am so excited for girls' weekend, or not girls' weekend, my retreat, because it's always full of so much laughter. My cheeks hurt, my stomach hurts from laughing. It's just the best time. Okay, look at that. Dang, I'm pretty good. Just eyeballing it. I know some of you don't have faith in me, Elizabeth, but I can eyeball things from occasion and it turns out pretty okay. All right, so we're gonna stamp some lavender. So let me show you on the stamps here. This tall lavender here is actually a two-step stamping. So you have the fuller stamp and then you have this more detailed stamp. You actually stamp them on top of each other, and then we're going to stamp the stem to get the stem for this lavender. So full stamp, detail. Let me see if I have another. So many blocks are needed. Not necessarily. I could take them off and stamp each thing individually, but who has time for that? I need every stamp to have its own block. Okay. Actually, for the retreat, I did end up ordering another full set of blocks because I never have enough blocks and I'm tired of it. All right, Highland Heather, we are going to stamp. I just have a couple scraps that I die cut the labels out of, and we're going to do the pieces of the lavender. So for the big piece, we're actually going to stamp off on a scrap. Let me grab a scrap of something. So we're going to stamp off once, and then we're going to stamp again to get that light background. Okay, so ink up, stamp off, and we're going to do 2 of those. Okay, and then for the detailed piece, we're going to do full strength ink. So we're going to just stamp right over the top like that. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's not perfect. It doesn't line up perfectly. It just needs to be in the general vicinity. You cannot even tell. All right, and then we need some Lost Lagoon ink. And I realized that my ink pad is very, very juicy. So the first time I stamped this, I was like, whoa, this is super dark. I'll show you. This is full strength. Look how dark that is. So this one I stamped off once, but now it's like once I stamp off once, it's like too light. So I don't know. Should I leave it at full strength? Or should I stamp off once? I'll show you guys what stamping off once looks like. So what do you guys think? Should I do the darker green or the lighter green? You guys tell me. Hi, Carla. Thank you for watching. Hi, Bonnie. Just finished lunch. Good job. It's not lunchtime here yet, but as soon as Facebook Live's done, it's always like lunchtime and I'm like starving. Okay, so we're going to get our lavender dyes and we're going to die cut our beautiful lavender. If you Google or Pinterest search or YouTube search this gorgeous perennial lavender, you guys, there are like endless ideas out there because the set is just so popular. I've got 2 lighter and 2 dark votes. Somebody break the tie. 2 light and 2 dark. The next person to comment with whichever way it goes, is going to be the decide. Oh, I got another lighter. All right, we're going to go with the lighter. Got 3 lighters and 1 dark. Okay, so we'll cut these out. And I also need my greenery because, you know, I have to have my favorite green leaves on there. I can't not do that. So we're going to die cut that. Okay. And then stick around because we are going to do that fancy fold next. That I figured out how to do. It's so neck and neck, you guys. It's so funny. I'm like, half of you are saying dark, half of you are saying light. You can't please everybody. This would also be a great swap card. I was thinking about that. I was like, so many great swap ideas. We can whip out a bunch of swaps here in a week, can't we? I'm like mad dash trying to um, get ready for the retreat for Houston because obviously I've got to do my business and I've got to get my retreat stuff done. And my buddy Evelyn has been helping me make that possible. And now for like this last week, I get to kind of focus on my fun stuff, which is going to on stage. It's going to be phenomenal, you guys. This is what their 35-year celebration. And it was a spendy conference. Like I've not spent this much on a Stampin' Up conference before, but it just tells me that it's going to be special. Like it's going to be really, really, really special. And believe me when I tell you, like I feel that to my bones. So I'm very excited for it. And I did not pay. Did you guys, the people that are going to on stage, did you guys pay for the add-on class or whatever they're doing, that stamp night? I just felt like I had spent so much money already. I just couldn't afford to do it. And I also wasn't sure like how it was going to be. I do have some team members who are going to do it, so I'm expecting a full report from them to see how they enjoyed it. But my group, we decided to just do some shoebox swaps that night. So we're going to get together at the Airbnb and just do a fun little shoebox swap with the four of us. It'll be fun. I love just spending time with people, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So we've got our 2 pieces of lavender. Now we are going to have to cut the stems down a little bit. All I did was just put them on some glue dots and glue the stems to the flowers. And then we're going to basically use our glue dots again, like I showed you guys before. And we're just going to kind of bunch them together where we want them to meet. And I'm actually going to take these 2 and wrap some linen thread around them before I glue to the leaf. Oh yes, Terry, I will be sharing everything that I possibly can. What did Linda say? Yes, because I don't have to fly, so not so much for me. Oh yeah, that's true. The flights were insane. Yeah, Linda, you'll have to tell me how it goes. I'm sure it's going to be an absolute blast. And I'm going to regret it. I'm going to have FOMO and be like, oh, I didn't do it. But it's going to be a great weekend. I'm looking forward to it. And then the following weekend, I'll be in Ellensburg at my retreat, which is going to be so fun. 27 ladies will be there with me. It's getting bigger and bigger. 27 is about all I can accommodate, really. The cabin that we sleep in can only hold 30, and that's a really full cabin. Okay. All right, so I'm going to glue my my greenery to the back with a glue dot as well. So the way that I like to do it is just put a glue dot back behind and then stick your lavender down like so. And you just kind of want it all to fan out a little bit so you can see a little bit of everything. Okay. And then we're going to stick this down right here. And I want to just trim these down just a tad. Okay, and then you can use glue dots or dimensionals or whatever you want to glue these down. The first time I used dimensionals, but that's a lot of, when you've got dimensionals on top of dimensionals, it's a lot of height, and then it's hard to ship that way. It's expensive. So this time I'm just going to use glue dots and just stick it down. Cute. You guys, So stinking cute. I cannot. And I love like that monochromatic, like all those shades of purple. Just super pretty. And then last but not least, we're going to use these gorgeous gems, these purple shimmer gems. Look, it's 3 different colors. It's light purple, dark purple, and then blackberry bliss. So Highland Heather, gorgeous grape, blackberry bliss. So pretty. So I'm just going to slide some gems onto the page here if I can. The gem's like, no, I don't wanna. There we go. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. You guys. So easy, so beautiful. I'm loving it. And it's the postage dies and the paper and everything. It's everything. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I know, Carla. It's tough. It was tough. My husband was like, "Really? You really need to go to this thing? Like, you're really gonna cut into our life savings to go?" And I'm like, "Yes." I really wish it would have been in Salt Lake. Because last time Salt Lake's like I don't know, 10, 11-hour drive, but a bunch of my teammates and I hopped into a 15 passenger van and drove down there. And that was such a freaking blast. And so if it had been within driving distance, it would have been really cool. But yeah, my plane ticket was super expensive. And then, we had to pay for the Airbnb, which was substantially cheaper than the hotels down in Houston. My gosh. But anyways, so it's going to be an amazing time though. It's going to be something that I never forget. All right, so here is my first version of this card. Let me open it for you to see this. Ooh, pretty pleated is what Sue Stampfield called it. She is the one that kind of came up with this that I can find. She's the one that demonstrated this, and you have to purchase her tutorial to get the dimensions, but I figured them out, so I'm gonna give them to you for free. Sorry, Sue. So I am gonna show you guys. You can actually get 3 of these inside pieces out of 1 sheet of DSP. So it's so cool, and it's a great way to showcase this gorgeous paper. Now, this is my favorite piece out of the entire pack. The back side is my second favorite piece out of the entire pack. So this is that piece I was telling you I wish I could use both sides. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous layout. So this is 4 by 12. And like I said, you can get 4 out of a sheet. And if you're going to make a bunch of these, you can actually just take the sheet of DSP that you're going to use. So let's see, here's that piece. So let's say you're going to use this piece. You can score down the middle of this and then just cut it at 4 inches, and you've got 3 of these card layouts. I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to waste that full piece. But here's another piece that I've already done the scoring. So I just took that whole sheet. So this is how I figured it out, okay? I cut it to 4 by 12, and then I was like, well, obviously it's got to fold in half in the middle, right? So that's a 6 inch. And then I was like, okay, it looks like it's about an inch apart. So I just kind of counted pleats, and I went 1, 2, 3. So every half inch, or I'm sorry, every inch. So I scored at 6, which is the middle, and then 5, 4, and 3. And then I went the other way. 7, 8, and 9. So 3 from 6 going up and 3 from 6 going down. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. That is it. So when you score this piece of GSP, you want to do it in a zigzag or accordion style, folding into the valley. Then I just want to make sure this is straight too and then out, mountain, a mountain fold, and then valley fold, and you're just going to alternate. That's all you're going to do. Looks like my scoring wasn't exactly straight. So we will fix that. We will make sure that it is. Can any of you guys hear my dog snoring in the background? She's so funny. Her little deviated septum or whatever. She snores so loud and is always at my feet. All right, so there's my beautiful fold. You just fold it zigzag, right? Back and forth. All right, and then I added layers because I can't stop with the layers. So I did 2 pieces of cardstock, basic white cardstock, that are 4 1/8 by 3 1/8 to create a little border around the DSP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one side, one panel of the DSP, and I'm going to glue it to the center of the basic white. And you're just going to make sure that you have an even border around the sides, the top, and the bottom. Okay. And then do the same thing with this side. Just like a layer. Gorgeous. Okay. So this is what we're working with right now. All right. So take your card base, which is 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to adhere one side of it down to the inside of this card. So it's just going to be like, just like the basic white layer, it's just going to be, you just want an even border around the top, sides, top, and bottom, like that. So let me pull this up so you can see. See, it's like just a little sliver of purple showing. Okay, and then you're going to fold up your little accordion like that. You have to have that sound effect too. And then you're going to put adhesive on the back of it. Now you can use seal or your liquid glue. Liquid glue is going to be a little bit more messy. But then you're just going to fold over your card and push down. And I just like to kind of make sure that it looks good. And there you go. This is it. This is how that fold works. And you do kind of have to train the paper until it starts to fold correctly. Now, this is gorgeous, and you do not have to ruin it by putting a white piece of paper in here. You can write right on the DSP. You've got this negative space, you can write right on it. If you don't, and you want a bigger piece to write your little message and sign, you can put a piece over it, but it just hurts me. I think I'm not going to put my piece of basic white cardstock here. It's just too pretty to cover up. Now, if it were just these flowers, yeah, I wouldn't have a problem, but it's just so pretty, you guys. And if I turn it around, then the lavender looks like it's coming down from the top, which I didn't think was right. So anyways, this is kind of how it landed. You could put the panel here and right here. There's no rules against what you can and can't do. But I think on this one, I'm just going to leave this white piece out. You can see what it looks like here. If you put it in, you have that panel to write on. This piece is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. All right. So that is the inside of the card. For the outside of the card, you're going to take a piece of basic white that's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and a piece of DSP that's 4 by 5 1/4. This last one, I did this purple, and it's just so dark. And I was like, it's kind of overwhelming. Almost need like a piece of vellum to like tone it down. So I wasn't a huge fan. So this one, I was like, okay, let's get a piece that has more crumb cake, more softer colors. Again, I just love every single dang piece of this DSP. And we're just going to adhere these 2 layers together. Okay. And then we're going to glue that piece on top of our card base. So pretty. Really? You love the no white paper? It distracts from it? You think this distracts from it? Oh, you think, yes, no white. I see what you're saying, Cindy. Sorry. Yes, I kind of like it like this too. Yeah, agreed. Okay. So now we're going, thank you, Sandy. This would be a beautiful Mother's Day card. You're right. I think this is just one of those wow cards that you just kind of give out to someone special. All right, so I have a scrap of gorgeous grape, and we're going to cut some labels out for the front of our card and for this inside piece. This one I turned into a thank you card, but it would make a wonderful Mother's Day card as well. I just think that this is just the best bundle, you guys. It's actually a suite, but the best suite. So we're going to cut out the larger rectangle. So this is the third largest rectangle and the largest square out of Gorgeous Grape. And then we're going to cut the smaller square and the third smallest rectangle out of a scrap of Basic White. And these are going to be where we're going to put our sentiments on. And then we're going to stamp. Actually, we should probably do that now. Let's go ahead and stamp our pieces here. And then we'll die cut those as well. And then I tried stamping the butterflies in Blackberry Bliss. They just look too dark. I feel like they need to be lighter. Maybe on a lighter background they would stand out a little bit more, but it almost, even in the camera, it looks black, but it's really Blackberry Bliss. I'm thinking maybe I'll use Highland Heather for the butterflies. No, you know what I should do? I should do Highland Heather for the lavender and then Gorgeous Grape for the butterflies, maybe, so they stand out. Okay, so let's get our stamps. I also love this little greenery here. I think it's so cute. These stamps are just to die for. I love them. All right, so big lavender bundle and big group of stems. Can you guys hear my dog barking outside? Bailey. It's got to be right outside my window too, which is just awesome. All right. So we're going to go ahead and stamp these. I'm going to get Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. So Gorgeous Grape, we're going to do the butterflies, I think. And then Highland Heather, we're going to do the lavender. And then we also need Lost Lagoon. Make sure there's no ink on that. Lost Lagoon for the stems. All right. So Lost Lagoon. There we go. Let's do Highland Heather for the lavender. Gorgeous. And then let's do the Gorgeous Grape for the butterflies. So pretty. Okay. And then for the inside, oh, we need to do another set of butterflies. Let's just stamp again. They'll be a little lighter shade. That's how you can get some different variations in the purple. Look at that. It looks almost black. It looks so dark in the camera. Okay. And then for these, no, we'll wait. We'll wait to stamp. I don't like to stamp before I die cut the sentiment. So we'll wait and do that after we die cut. So we'll keep out Gorgeous Grapes for those sentiments and put the rest of these away. Okay. So bring in our machine and die cut these pieces. We've got this one here. one, actually. I think I can hold them both. I was being conservative with my tape. I don't want my dies to shift on me. Are there any of you that like to die cut these pieces before you stamp them? Is that even like possible? I always wonder what people prefer, because sometimes I feel like lining up the dies after you've stamped something can be almost as hard as die cutting first and then trying to stamp. I mean, on these little pieces like this butterfly, that would probably be near impossible. Cindy says she always stamps first. Yeah. You can't hear my dog, Cindy? Well, that's probably a good thing, because you guys would be like, all right, who is snoring in the background? Ah! It's the scariest thing when you drop a die. Like, you're like, please don't fall under a piece of furniture or never be found again. All right, so there's that set. We have another butterfly set to cut out. Oh, shifted on me. Oh, Eva. Dance competition. You and Belinda have that in common with your grandbabies. That's cool. I wish I could dance. I cannot dance. I don't have rhythm. No rhythm was gifted to me at birth. I have 2 left feet and 2 left hands. I'm clumsy. And I gave my daughter that trait. Jamie is as clumsy as her mom, if not worse. That's why, like, by the time I was an adult, I had like several broken toes and used to jam my fingers all the time. And I have all these scars on my knees from falling. Just like, oh, I'm a hot mess. Ah, I feared that this last one didn't cut. We got to run it back through. Oh, don't do that. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Cindy. That's sweet. So I don't recommend it because it's not the way to go, but I cut my own hair. I was watching these, you always see those videos on YouTube and stuff of people like, you can cut your hair at home, blah, blah, blah. And I saw this tutorial on like a 5-minute way to cut your hair, like a wolf cut. And I was like, I'm going to try it because I'm a lover of layers because my hair just falls so flat. And so I put my hair in all these funky ponytails and pulled it over and did all this thing and then just cut. And so my husband comes home and he's like, what did you do? And I'm like, I cut my hair. And he's like, can you just pay to go to a hairstylist? Like, he's like, it looks nice. But he's like, could we not do impulsive things like that? And I was like, okay. I'm not an impulsive person, so I think it kind of shocked him. He's like, are you going through like a midlife crisis or what's going on? He's like, we're not poor that you can't afford a haircut. Just like, he goes, but it looks nice. I'm like, gee, thanks, honey. But yeah, so I'm getting used to it and I like it. I love the layers. Give me layers. Okay. So we are gonna pop these bad boys out. Did you see how I was able to just pull that out willy-nilly? Be free, Cashew. Okay. This one, not so much. All right, there we go. Okay. All the pieces are cut. Let's go ahead and put this together. Let's stamp the labels that we want. I made this one because I really liked the way the sentiment was. I can't thank you enough. What a great sentiment. So wonderful. I love all of these. You can even do sending love and best wishes. I know you will get through this. Here for you always. Like just the sweetest things. I already did a happy Mother's Day one, so I think I'm gonna do, did I do this one? You mean no, I did that. Can't thank you enough. Let's see. Let's do the I can't thank you enough again. And big hugs inside, which fits perfectly on the little square label. And you can do tons of layers. You could do a label on each step. You could do a big butterfly. Like you can have things on each little stair step. And it will all layer up, which is really cool. I just kept it simple with the one because I need every single one of my butterflies for my swaps. So these are the butterflies that I was talking about. So I had, because in one pack you get 8 sheets of 6 butterflies. So that's 48 butterflies. So I have all these butterflies. You could color them or leave them white, but they can be like back behind or in front, right? And you can do layers and layers of different things. But I cannot do that with these. They are already being used for something else. Okay, so big hugs. And let's see. I am running out of blocks. Can't thank you enough. So we're going to do these in Gorgeous Grape. Oh, wow. Eva says her granddaughter's been dancing since she was the age of 3. And next year she graduates. Wow, Eva. That's so cool. What kind of dance does she do? Like all kinds? I don't dance, so I don't even know all the different kinds there are. I think when I was younger, I thought I could do like hip hop. I was really big hip hop dancing. Tried to join the dance. I think I chickened out. I was going to do the dance team tryouts and I chickened out. I was like, no, this isn't for me. I can't dance in front of people, let alone myself. All right, so I've got my layers, my little labels layered. And let's put our little bouquet together. We're going to use glue dots again for our bouquet. I'm just going to put one in the front of my lavender and then put my stems over top. And I actually put this glue dot too high. I gotta roll it down. There we go, like that. So just the stems right over the top of the lavender. And then I did take some linen thread because I told you I cannot stop with the linen thread. Oh, Cindy, I bet. That is the one thing about dogs that me and my husband are finding that we don't like so much is that we cannot travel with them. We have to worry about sitters and so yeah, I'm torn because I've always said I will always have a dog. And now as I'm older and my kids are out of the house and we want to go do things, it's like, well, who are we gonna watch? Who's gonna watch the dogs? And our dogs have kind of become our kids too. It's extra ridiculous. Like if we go to the fast food and we've got food for ourselves, we buy them food for them. Like it's just beyond ridiculous, you guys. Like if we get ice cream, we get them a little vanilla cone. If we get McDonald's, they get chicken nuggets. Like it's just so bad. And I know I'm not supposed to be feeding my dogs. Spare me the lecture. I know this, but I just can't. They're like my little children. Okay. And I remember my grandparents used to do that all the time. They used to feed their dogs human food, and now I know. Now I know why. I know the feeling. All right, so I glued my little label down. Now we're just gonna glue our lavender down, and because this is a nice big bundle of lavender, it actually fits dimensional. So you can just put dimensionals right on the back of the lavender and then pop it up. I told my husband that we have to get an RV so that when we go travel, we can just drive everywhere and we can put our dogs in the RV with us. My husband was like, "What?" He wasn't too fond of that idea, but I think it's brilliant. Okay, so now we're gonna glue our little butterflies down, and I think I'm gonna do this dark purple one right onto the bundle itself. So cute. And then I'm gonna do a light one, like I want it to be seen. Now I'm kind of regretting doing a light one here because now it's like it's gonna be hidden. We'll put it here. That. And then for the inside, what I did is I took my little sprigs of lavender and leaves. Again, making my little bundle, little bundle of joy, like so. And I don't want to use a glue dot because I have to glue these down back behind the label. So I don't want there to be any stickiness outside of the label itself. So I'm just going to glue it directly down to the back of the label at an angle. You don't want it to be too tall because then it will go outside of the card. So you can actually test it too to make sure like you have it down far enough so that it doesn't go over the top. And then you're just going to put some adhesive. You can use dimensionals or whatever. And you're just going to glue your label down. And then you have your gorgeous little bouquet of flowers. And then you can put another set of butterflies on. And you can put another big or little flower. I mean, a little butterfly. You could even put them in the bouquet. I'm gonna put this one in the lavender itself. So cute. Oh my gosh. And then all that's left is to use those beautiful embellishments and add some more bling. So these are the two versions. They're both beautiful. I did this one crooked, like I did the label crooked on purpose. I kind of like it straight. I used a darker paper. I like it lighter. I used the white paper on the inside. I like it blank. So I can't ever do the same thing twice anyway. You guys know me by now, so it's just funny. Oh wait, this is the brand new one. This one is the prize. Whoopsie. This is the prize set. Somebody's gonna win this set today here. I'm gonna draw in just a second. So if you haven't done the hashtag Perennial Lavender, make sure you do that because I'm gonna draw a winner to get a full package of these beautiful purple shimmer gems. Okay, so let's use the one that's open. And I'm just gonna add some embellishments on the label. It's kind of big. Let's move it down a little bit. Now I think I'm gonna do one out here. Where do I want to do it? Right here. Cute. I love it. So pretty, you guys. And make sure there's no space in between the perennial and lavender. It's all going to be one word in order to be entered. So pretty, you guys. What a fun. This is called a pretty pleat. Pretty pleat. And it's just a great way to showcase that gorgeous DSP. So let's recap. Let's visit the projects that we did using this beautiful suite. We got our picture perfect postage. Ooh, say that 5 times fast. I love it. It looks like a windowsill. Picture perfect postage. And then we've got this scrapalicious. I don't know where I'm coming up with these names, but we use scraps to make a beautiful background. And then we've got our fancy fold wow card. What do you guys think? Which one's your favorite? And then don't forget, Terry and I are doing an album class. I will be posting the link to that tutorial or to that class. It is 24 pages, if I believe, or yeah, 24 or 36 pages. It's a lot. A lot can fit into this cute little album. It's 5 by 6, I believe, is the dimensions. And it's using the Perennial Lavender Suite. And that class will be in early April. So you have until March, I believe, the March 15th to sign up. I'll be posting that. It'll probably be actually closer to like March 24th to sign up. And we'll be doing that class. If you have any questions, you know how to message me, reach me, let me know. I can help you out with whatever. I will do my best anyway. I can't promise you that I'll have the the answer, but I can try and help. All right, so let's go ahead and draw a winner now. So let me share my screen. Uh-oh, I did it again, you guys. Hold on just a second. Oh, I did it wrong. I thought I was like, I was so adamant, like I'm gonna spell this right so that I can pick a winner. And I did it wrong. I spelled it wrong. So I can't even do that. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to go up to the very top of the comments and I'm just gonna stroll and I'm gonna stop. And wherever my cursor stops on a name, that's who's gonna get it. It's Miss Cindy Hannah. You are the winner, girl. That's exactly where my cursor stopped. So, Cindy, you're going to get a package of these beautiful purple fine shimmer gems. Congratulations, and thank you for watching. I'm sorry, you guys. I screwed up the hashtag again. I think I need to go back to grade school and learn how to spell. But thank you so much for watching today. You guys have been fabulous. I hope you have a wonderful creative week. Those of you going to Houston next week, I will see you there. I cannot wait. There will be no Facebook Live for the next 2 Sundays, so I won't see you till the end of March. So stay safe. Many updates. I will share pictures of both weekends ahead and talk to you later. Bye.